Welcome to the Dish.
We're back again today for another episode of The Dish. Today, in Jasmine Bonet's absence, we have joining us Kenya Black Dupree.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing out there?
Can you let everyone know who you are?
You just said who I was.
Well, tell them a little something about yourself.
That's all she is. She's just Kenya Black Dupree.
That's enough.
I am, first and foremost, I'm Miss Essence International. I am one of the entertainers, national entertainer. Probably one of the top 5, as a matter of fact. I'm a writer, I'm a beauty queen, I'm a makeup artist, I'm a Renaissance black woman.
Wow, you're busy. Very busy, very busy. All right. Yeah, and as y'all have come to know, I'm Jason McLaughlin, one of the regular panelists here at The Dish.
Panelists at the dinner table. I'm Alphonse Thomas, also Nice Dupree, entertainer as well as makeup artist.
Welcome, Kenya, to the set. I'm Mario Young. I'm Joe Taylor, a.k.a. Miss Sophia. I'm a comedian. I'm an impersonator. I'm a drag queen. I'm a sissy. I'm gay.
Ooh.
I'm straight. I'm an athlete. I'm all of the above and more. You'll find out.
Wow. You and Kenya are very busy.
So are you guys. You just won't let on to it because the camera's on.
Very busy. All right. Well, we'll jump right into the first thing that we've kind of been discussing on and off, throughout the last couple days, and now that we're here all together at our weekly forum, we'll jump right into this whole absence of personal communication, personal contact with people. Now the rave is texting and emailing, and people don't really talk to each other anymore on the phone. So much is done via text. And I know me, for one, personally, I'm not really a big fan of texting. I would prefer you to call me. After the third exchange, I'm done doing the text. I'm not going to continue going back and forth over and over again. Kenya, you seem to not really agree with that.
Well, texting for me is a comfort zone. I don't really want to talk to people sometimes. And you can say things through texting that you really can't say to them to their face without hurting their feelings, basically.
That sounds like a coward to me.
Not necessarily. You can say, they say, what are you doing? You say, oh, I'm watching TV. So I'm calling you and say, well, what are you doing? I'm watching TV. Oh, and then they want to keep on the conversation. So if you know I'm watching TV, why would you keep on calling me? That's like my thing.
But see, that's my problem, because oftentimes they continue texting once you say, I'm watching TV.
Well, you yourself just said you don't like texting. See, I text. You don't text. You like to talk.
The good thing that I find out about texting is that you could have several conversations going on at the same time. Like if you're texting 2 or 3 people, as opposed to being on the call on the phone when you're talking to somebody, it's like, hello, hold on, I got a call coming. Hello, hold on, I got a call. But when you're texting, you could just send your text to 2 and 3, have 4 and 5 different conversations going on. That's one of the perks of texting. But on the other hand, it's just like when you're texting and you have all these different conversations going on, what happens is you send the wrong text to the wrong person. It's like, was that last text from me? You gotta go back and see what you wrote. But I'm not a big fan of texting.
And in that instance, I think you send the wrong text because you're not giving any one person your full undivided attention, so you don't really know what you're doing after a certain point. And don't talk to me if you can't give me your undivided attention, because you're really not listening to me anyway.
I just think it was designed as another means of communication. I didn't think it should have replaced human contact. Mm-hmm. And that's what has happened. Texting has replaced human contact.
Great point.
That's like weakened communities as a whole.
Great point. If you want to send me a text saying, I'll meet you there in 30 minutes, great. Okay, meet you there in 30 minutes. If you want to send me a text saying, running 10 minutes behind, great, I'll send you. But if you want to text me, hey, then I got to text back. Hey, then you text back. What you doing? I'm sitting here eating. What you doing? That's too much. We could end this conversation in about 5 to 10
but
minutes.
I think it's our generation. I think it's our generation that has a problem with texting, and then it's just like because
right, it is.
we grew up with the telephone and everything. It's like if you can't reach me on the phone, then don't worry about it. But I think it's because of us. We're trying to we're trying to adopt what the younger generation has brought along for themselves. Just like this is for us. It's like was created for the younger generation, and because it doesn't work for us, then we have a problem with it. But it wasn't really designed.
I'm not saying it's not working. It's working fine. However, it's removing what was important and should be important to them, and that is human contact.
Mm-hmm.
That people don't know how to interact with other adults because all they do is talk now on computers. Kids don't even play with kids in the streets in the neighborhood because they have so many electronics and games. They don't even come out. We stayed out all night long till the light came on the street. Light came on.
You telling your age?
Now it's like a punishment if you tell your children to go outside and play.
Yeah.
Well, for me, see, my phone etiquettes are horrible when it comes to the phone.
Ooh.
But I think
Girl, I would say that.
But I think with the texting is like growing up, you knew everybody's number by heart. Like you say, call your cousin. Oh, the phone number is so and so, so and so. Now your phone, if you lose your phone or anything, your whole life is gone with the phone. You don't know nobody's number. Only thing you know is 911, and half of the time people say, "What's the number to that?" So you lose all contact with that. So I think.
But it's like, I still say it's our generations. Like me, I still keep up with people like, phone and all that stuff. But I think it's because we are trying to keep up, and especially if you're a parent, because you have to be aware of what your children are doing and what's going on with your children. So you have to be up on the texting and the Facebook and the MySpace and all of that stuff. But because we as individuals, we also want to keep up with what's going on when it comes to technology. We still, we don't embrace it, fully. We still embrace it, but we kind of standoffish with it. And then it's because it's the new technology. It's what everybody's doing. And it's like we're beating ourselves up because it's something that we don't want to do, but we think we're forced to do it because this is the end thing.
But I think it helps also. I think it helps. Like with the things that we do for our jobs and that type of thing, keeping in contact with the community, I think it helps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking for myself. It helped me.
And don't get me wrong, there are definitely some benefits to texting and emailing and those sort of things. However, I think that with technology and with many things, it's important to
Know your limits.
To know your limits and stay true to what it was actually designed for, and to use whatever you're using responsibly. And I think some people just take it overboard. Like I say, and not to a personal attack towards
the whole campaign had to be done for stop
texting. Right. But even to say that you're using texting to tell me something that you can't tell me in person because it might hurt my feelings. I'm grown. You're really not gonna be able to hurt my feelings. Whether you text it to me or tell it to me. Well, I'm saying not to say because it's not because that's a comment that you made. Oh, well, sweetheart, this is what we do at the dish.
No,
you probably should have texted that.
Right. Yeah, you should have. Right. Because you would have been able to digest it a little bit easier. Okay. And even to that with me, because sometimes even my speaking can be a little blunt. My texting is even more blunt because I'm very short on texting. I say as few words as possible.
Also with the text and another thing, the simple things we don't know how to spell now because the verbiage have gotten so short, like TTYL and all that. Then you're like, what is this? What are they saying in this message? So I think that also is.
But I mean, then this is really a good topic because it's something that I have said, and especially and this is awful. For dating, don't really have a conversation with me texting. If you just want to, I'm thinking about you, that's great. But don't try to talk to me via text. I just really don't like that.
But let me ask you this, and you said, what if someone's busy and they're in a meeting?
And I understand that. And if you're busy and you're in a meeting, then just, I'm thinking about you, and then I know what you're doing. But if you're trying to, I'm saying if you're trying to have a conversation, if you're going back and forth with me, and trying to have a conversation, I'm not going to do that via text. It takes too much. I'm busy doing other things. You're probably not giving me your undivided attention.
That's just not. Maybe because my
it's
generation.
Too much to ask for to have somebody to actually call you and talk to you.
Well, you can call once, but my generation versus your generation believe that you're asking for way too much. So maybe we just want to text. You don't want to text. You want to talk. So you should find somebody in your generation, and I deal with people in my generation.
Well, for the record, I don't. For the record, I don't.
So again, you just answered why I said there is no more community. Because the community should be compiled of both generations getting together and communicating. Now you feel
the youngest gonna sit here and slay me.
Oh, yes, you did slightly.
Yeah. So you should know.
I didn't mean no harm to you.
but when you really look at it, although we were out in the community, we were playing with each other, playing kickball, dodgeball, hide, go seek, going to the movies and doing all that stuff together. With them, this is their way of keep staying connected with each other. You know, just like we were outside and we get our teas and we go, you know, for them, you know, texting each other, you know.
Yeah, but they remove the human contact, and they haven't forged a real bond.
No, they
with
meet.
people.
When they text and they meet, that's when they
And-
forge
and-
their
and-
bond.
and-
They still
there's
haven't
nothing-
forged a bond,
there's something
so
to
they
be-
can consider these people in their corner.
There's something to be said about actually speaking with someone and hearing the tone in which they're speaking it and speaking to you in actually
But
being
I think
able
when
to
you
see them
text
and read
somebody,
their
you
body
can get
language.
how a person feels.
Not
when you
necessarily.
text.
And you may
Text
misinterpret
exactly
it.
how you talk.
Texting when you read is how you perceive it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times
So, yeah.
you fall out with somebody and say, okay,
Yeah.
that was a smart text
Right.
to me, and they probably didn't even have any smart intent
Right.
when they initially said it.
Exactly.
Also, I think with the the younger generation, with the, like you said, with the removing of the communication and all that, it also doesn't help when they go on job interviews. Because they don't know how to talk to anybody. Or
They don't
And
go
you
looking
limit
for
your-
jobs. They're not looking for jobs.
And limits
They're
your people.
texting.
It also
They are
limits your
looking for jobs.
it also limits your people's skills in social situations. How many times have you been somewhere and the person has been, hand me your phone, sitting there with your phone the whole time, doing this, and people around, it's people, a packed house, a packed event, and you sitting there doing this the whole time,
And
and
it's
never
no,
talking to
but-
nobody.
it's
But-
no more
okay,
yes,
okay.
ma'am, no
But
sir,
right.
no ma'am. It's either yeah, no,
But
it's none of that.
that's not just them. That's just not them. Because I've been
Yeah,
to
and I
places
honestly
where,
think
you
that
know,
doesn't do
I've
with
been
the
to
phones
corporate
either.
events, and, you know, that's what the adults are doing. They sitting up there, they texting, you know, what are you doing? Oh, I gotta check my email. You know,
Right, and
everybody
I don't
has
think it's
a
just a
black
younger
list.
generation thing, me myself personally, because much like you, I've seen older people doing it as well. And even with at events, sometimes if it's work related, I've been guilty of doing that from time to time as well.
Oh.
However, I don't do it from the time I walk in to the time that I leave, and I try to end it as quickly as possible. Again, because I don't really care for texting. So if it's something that I have to do,
You just contradicted yourself. But you have you just sit there and say you like texting, but then you go say you do it at work. You need to make up
no,
your
sometimes
mind.
you do have to do it for work. I
But
I
you
still,
just say you didn't like it.
I do lots of
You know.
things I don't like. Can you? It's not an argument.
No, I just wanted to clarify because you said before.
I
you
don't
said,
care
I
for it.
Okay, you
I
win.
don't.
This is it. This is something
But
that your
sometimes you do
generation
it.
has embraced. So
Right.
what is it? You know, what is you all's take on it? How do you all view texting?
I view texting as a way of if I don't want to talk to this person, I don't have to talk to them. I can text them, and you can get. You
Oh,
can,
because you text me all the time.
But if I don't want to talk to you,
No,
I'm not going to talk
no,
to
no,
you.
no,
period.
it has nothing to do with it. That has to do with you can be doing other stuff. If you're talking on the phone, you can't hop in the shower, or you can't be mopping the floor because you have the phone and you've been dropping all of that. If you text, you can text, set the phone down, do what you need to do, or you can finish doing what you
How
were
long
doing
do
and
you
text.
mop?
Yeah, I'm just using it
And
as
how
like
you
a,
mopping and
I'm just
texting?
you can do what you gotta do. Like if I'm on a computer and I want to
Take
talk
a
to people,
shower
I
and
can
text.
text and
I mean,
stuff like that.
and with the technology that they have now, phones are addictive. Myself, I wasn't always crazy about my phone, but now the phone that I have, I cannot put it down.
You
With
just
all
don't
the
answer.
with all the
You
applications
just don't
and the
answer.
things that it has on it, I
just
cannot
don't
put my
answer.
phone down. I answer it now.
No, see, no, I'm gonna say Mario is the one of all of us. Mario is what. Just prime example tonight when we were out getting something to eat. A song came on. The restaurant they were playing a song.
yeah.
Kenny was like, "What song? Who sings that song? Who sings that song?" Mario got his phone. So what are you doing? Oh, this is a new application I have on my phone. It'll pick up the song. It'll pick up the music and tell you who's singing this song. What is that? What's the app?
Shawam.
Shawam.
And then lo and behold, there it is.
There's
You
the
know, the
song.
name of the song, who sings it, the history of the song, and everything.
We would love to hear what you have to say, so text us.
Don't text me. Text me. All right. Well, that was great. We're gonna take a short break, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
I have to check my text.